In the north of the world, cradled by ocean winds and cloaked in ancient mists, lies a land of story and stone. This is Scotland, a place where history breathes from every castle wall, where the wild roams free over untamed moorlands, and where the Celtic soul hums beneath every stone and stream. Come with us into the heart of the true Scotland, where castles, creatures, and Celtic charms still thrive beneath the ever-changing sky. Scotland is carved from the bones of ancient mountains. The Highlands, worn by ice and time, stretch toward the heavens like sleeping giants. Beneath them lie glassy lochs, silent, brooding, reflecting a sky that can change in the blink of an eye. Here, nature paints in moody blues and deep greens. In Glencoe, the wind whispers through glacial valleys once shaped by fire and ice. The cairngorms stand in solemn silence, snow-capped and mysterious. The land breathes here, not with haste, but with the patient rhythm of seasons. In these wild places dwell Scotland's ancient guardians. The red deer, largest of the land's mammals, stride through forests like living echoes of prehistoric times. Stags raise their heads high, crowned with antlers like branches of ancient trees. Above, the golden eagle rides the thermals. With a wingspan reaching over 2 meters, it rules the sky like a monarch of the cliffs. In shadowy woods, the elusive pine marten slinks along branches, seldom seen. And rarer still, Scotland's ghost cat, the Scottish wildcat watching, waiting in the undergrowth. On the rocky shores of the Hebrides, gray seals lounge like lords of the sea. Their calls echo across the waves, mingling with the crash of surf and the cries of seabirds. Where the land rises, so too does stone. Castles, remnants of clan, crown, and conquest, stand as sentinels of time. Eileen Donan, mirrored in still waters, stands where 3 lochs meet. Dunnottar Castle clings to sea cliffs, wind-lashed and weathered by centuries of storm. Within these stone giants are tales carved into every crevice, sieges, secret passages, and silent halls that once rang with the clash of swords and the whispers of intrigue. Edinburgh Castle, high above the capital, watches the modern world unfold from its perch atop an ancient volcanic rock. Yet Scotland's true soul lies not only in her land or beasts but in her people. In quiet villages, voices still speak the old tongue. Gaelic, musical and flowing, rooted in myth and melody. Craftsmen shape tartan and tweed as their ancestors did, fingers guided by memory. Music drifts through the Highland air, fiddles, harps, pipes, each note a thread in a tapestry that stretches through centuries. To the west, the sea carves stories into stone. The Isle of Skye, wild and elemental, rises in jagged peaks and sea-carved cliffs. The Outer Hebrides, remote and windswept, host birds by the thousand. Puffins, bright-beaked and endearing, return each year to nest in burrows along steep crags. Gannets dive like arrows into the sea, breaking the surface in a flash of white and spray. Here, time feels slower. The tides dictate the rhythm, the wind writes the verses. In Scotland, every footstep echoes with story. Every forest and moor holds a secret. The land remembers, even when the world forgets. To walk here is to walk through legend. To breathe here is to feel the old world stir. This is the true Scotland, woven from wildness, wonder, and the unbroken spirit of the Celtic soul. Scotland does not wear the same face for long. Winter arrives not with fury, but with silence. Snow blankets the peaks and lochs freeze in stillness. The deer forage beneath white-draped trees, while golden eagles glide over frost-bitten glens. Life slows, breath steams in the morning air, stillness becomes sacred. Then, slowly, gently, the thaw. Spring returns with new light and soft winds. Lambs call from the green hills. Heather stirs, the land breathes again. Summer brings long days. In the far north, the sun barely dips below the horizon. Time stretches and the land glows golden. And autumn, rich, fierce, and fleeting, paints the trees in amber and fire. The forests echo with the clash of antlers as the red deer rut begins. The seasons speak in colors and rhythms, each one a verse in Scotland's eternal song. But in Scotland, nature is not just wild, it is enchanted. In the swirling mists of the moors, in the depths of the lochs and under starless skies, legend lingers. The kelpie, a shapeshifter from watery depths. The selkie, a seal that becomes human beneath moonlight. And in Loch Ness, the ever-elusive Nessie, more myth than monster, yet very real in the hearts of those who dream. Scotland's stone circles stand against time, silent witnesses to lives long vanished. The air here holds memory, and maybe something more. In places like the Fairy Glen, the lines blur, between the real and the remembered, the seen and the sensed. These are not just stories, they are the living spirit of the land, passed through generations like fire through winter, kept alive by belief. For all its majesty, what makes Scotland truly timeless is belonging. To those born here and to those drawn here, Scotland offers not just beauty but home. The people live with the land, not above it. Shepherds still guide flocks along ancient paths. Fishermen still rise before the sun meets the sea. In both city and glen, the sense of place is strong, rooted, deep, and proud. Scotland is not just a land to visit, it's a feeling, a song in the bones, a memory in the blood. Here, nature and story live side by side, stone and spirit hold hands, and the wild winds still sing the name of a place called home.